far as fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one horror podcast, formerly on Pornhub. Getting off. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the warden, Matt Ritter. And I am here with my co-host this evening. She is host of the She Leads Showcase, Inside the Mind of Story Time with Miss Katie Kinsey Bay. She is the Principessa of the cafeteria. She is all forms of potato.
Heartbreak Katie. How do you forget that one?
That's the one you like.
Well, yeah, because it's fun.
Miss Katie Kinsey Bay.
Hi.
Got a Michael Myers t-shirt.
Yep. Given the bird, but I'm cold, so it's getting covered up.
I moved.
Locations in your house, not like full houses again.
Moving is moving. Let's not debate.
I'm just saying.
How you doing, Katie?
I'm good.
Cool.
Cold, but yeah, I'm good.
Well, Blue Sky did some bullshit, so I didn't get to send it out on Blue Sky, but Instagram and Threads went up. Because Blue Sky doesn't have drafts apparently. So I made the post. The skyline. No, it's not. What is it? The skywriting. I made my skywriter. I wrote the sky, and then I went and opened up the app, and it like reset itself, and the whole thing was gone. And I'm not doing it again.
Gross.
It doesn't matter though, because this isn't my fucking show anymore. It is the Katie Horror Showcase 9. Which means it's time for me to tell you guys two things and then shut the fuck up. YouTube.com/Creation World. Creation World, I haven't said this in a while. Creation World is the banner under which all things Getting Off and Smacking It Raw exists. It is the parent company of our little slice of heaven in the horror world. So everything that you need to find us on will be on Creation World, including youtube.com/Creation World, where it's free to like, to subscribe to, comment. Kitty, what does that do?
Boosts the algorithm and helps find new listeners.
And why is that important?
Because you're a whore.
I am a whore. That is correct. I am a whore for your likes, for your attention, for your comments, for your views, for your entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. That is not why I moved settings, but let's pretend it is. So you guys could enjoy me in a new part of my house that you've never enjoyed me in before. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Share me around. Share Katie around, share us together so that more people can view us and enjoy us and spread the good word that is Getting Off. Because who doesn't like getting off, right? If you're watching this, you love getting off. I love getting off. Katie, don't you love getting off?
I do. This is true.
I'd get off 3 or 4 times a day if I could.
I thought you were going to say you do. I was like, there ain't nobody got time for that.
If I could, I would. But I can't. We have time slots, and this is our time slot. Also, you guys should flick that bean, hit that notification bell, and get notified every time we go live, whether it is 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, because I have to do that now, apparently, for the Creation Conversation, which next week is the last Creation Conversation of the year, and it is Travis's birthday. So please come join us for that. You guys could also follow us, or not follow us, find our shows here on YouTube after you flick that bean at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, every Saturday night for Smacking It Raw, including tomorrow, covering Deadline. With Vince joining us, so it's gonna be some 3-way action. You guys should enjoy that. Come join us there. And then every other Friday and or Sunday, whenever we decide to make it work, one more show left for the year. This show, also 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Getting Off, this show that you are watching now. Well, nobody's watching now, but eventually when people tune in and decide to watch, or listen back, when you're watching this, we'll be live. And it will be Trick or Trivia finals that I still haven't worked on. So we'll see how this goes. I've been busy. My basement flooded.
Excuses.
I need to replace my sump pump tomorrow.
You've known about the finals for how long?
My basement's been flooded for that entire time.
That is such fucking bullshit. Your
I have a
basement
child
just flooded.
and another one on the way, and responsibilities. I'm an adult.
Okay.
So come join us for all those things. But yeah, also twitch.tv/CreationWorks. We haven't even done that yet. Where if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you have Prime Gaming, put those two together, make a baby like I did with my wife. And that is a free sub every month that you give to your favorite Twitch streamer, which should be me. If it's not me, it could be her. If it's not her, it could be, our friends over at Rivet City Radio or any of your favorite Twitch streamers. Please go show them love and support. Costs you nothing, and it helps them, us, everyone continue to do the things that we love to entertain you. Because again, entertainment whore, that's me. All right, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Katie, what are we doing?
Stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, we didn't really do one last month. I still struggled to find stuff, but I found stuff because
Okay.
last month we did the what did we even call it?
It was the Halloween special.
Yeah, it was people's top fives or whatever of horror movies, and then we figured out a winner.
Draft. It was a
Draft.
Familiar
That's
with
the word I
drafts.
was thinking of. Thank
You
you.
draft a lot.
We love a draft. But I found stuff, and we're going to start with something that I have not watched the first season of. But
Okay.
season 2 is out, or going to be out soon.
Okay.
And that is Goosebumps season 2.
Wait, there's a season 1 of Goosebumps?
Oh, it's
yes, I watched it. No, I watched it. I know what
I
it
was
is.
like, you watched it.
I did. I remember now. Season 1 was good. You should watch it. You really should.
I know. Well, I just got Disney Plus and shit back, so maybe after Christmas I'll watch it.
Because you're all you haven't even done but you haven't even watched Goosebumps yet. So
Different.
Goosebumps has been around longer than the finals has.
I've been busy watching other stuff. Watching other stuff.
Oh, me too.
Bitch, just play the goddamn trailer.
All right.
Disrespectful. Disrespecting me.
Why is the audio? Oh wait, I know why.
Oh.
Keep talking. I have to fix my audio so that I can actually see the trailer.
Oh man. See, this is what happens when Matt wants to be a nice guy and move rooms. We have audio issues. Technological issues. Hey, there it is.
Here we go.
There you go.
I want you to have a really fun and also safe summer out here. I only have one
Awesome.
rule. Stay out of the basement.
What do you got in the basement? Did you guys know that Devin and Cece's uncle was one of the kids who went missing in 1994?
We finally processed the request.
Only took you 30 years.
What is that?
My brother's clothes from the night he died.
They were killed by ghosts.
No, nobody knows what happened.
Yo, check this out.
What the hell is this?
Yeah! Not a good time, Devin! Holy crap! There's something in my arm!
Hey,
Oh,
what kind of plant should you always watch out for? An ambush.
What's going on with that?
I don't know.
Trey, your car, it's in my driveway again. Trespassing.
Yo, what are you doing? Are you out of your mind?
It's a distinct possibility.
Oh, that's not good.
Things things have been happening that are not normal.
Trey's missing.
A kid's missing. Sound familiar?
Dad's behind all the crazy stuff happening.
We don't know for sure that he is.
I should be talking and commenting, but I'm just like,
You're
I'm
invested.
into this. I'm excited.
You don't have a kid in your basement, do you?
No, that would be. No.
Are you okay?
Who knows how kids get these ideas?
The
Too many
banana
horror
show.
shows on TV, I say.
So,
Well, what you think?
the cool thing about season 1 of Goosebumps,
Okay.
that was weird. The show started playing on YouTube in my headset. From the
Fun.
anyway. No, I'm excited. The cool thing about Goosebumps, the series, the original one, or not the original one, but the last one that I watched, was that they added a bunch of different books in a unique way in a one season like laid out story. So like you got elements of different books, but it was all one cohesive story. And now it looks like the second season is going to be the same thing, but unrelated, which there was something else I watched called Slasher, which did that. They had seasons, and every season was one cohesive slasher story, but then the next one was a new slasher and a new story. So, no, I'm stoked for that.
So, let me go ahead and let you know a little bit more about Goosebumps: The Vanishing. 8 episodes. The news story begins with Devin and Cece, fraternal twins, adjusting to life with their recently divorced dad, Anthony. When the
Not
duo
excited
discovers
about
a threat stirring, when the duo discovers a threat stirring, they quickly realize that dark secrets are among them, triggering a chain of events that unravel a profound mystery as they delve into the unknown. Devin, Cece, and their friends, Alex, CJ, and Frankie, they find themselves entangled in the chilling tale of 4 teenagers who mysteriously vanished in 1994. Now, you said that the first season is based off books. This season is based off of the books Stay Out of the Basement,
Mm-hmm.
The Ghost Next Door,
Mm-hmm.
The Haunted Car,
Mm-hmm.
Monster Blood,
Mm-hmm.
The Girl Who Cried Monster,
Mm-hmm.
and Welcome to Camp Nightmare.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Was I think every episode was a new element of a book. So like there was Night of the Living Dummy, there was The Haunted Mask, there were a few in season 1. And the way everything kind of connected and came in was really cool. So yeah, no, dude, like I said, I'm fucking psyched.
As you should be.
As you should be, because I watched season 1. I know what's coming.
Hey, I'm getting there. Maybe, allegedly. We'll see.
Is there oft? Is that what you're getting?
Yeah. Oh, God, my nose is so itchy. Anyways. Where am I going? That's where I'm going. Okay.
Home.
I am home. So we are getting a TV series adaptation of a book that is not even out yet.
Okay.
Okay, stay with me now. So it's called Gothic Town, based on an upcoming horror novel coming out March 25th, 2025. It's going to be an AMC series. It's in early development. It has been said to be, quote, eerie, grounded family horror story. And the plot of the book and series is this. Billy Hope, a New York City restaurateur who relocates her family to the quaint town of Juliana, Georgia, drawn by an irresistible offer, a Victorian home for only $100 and a grant to open a new restaurant. The Juliana Initiative, as it is in quotes, designed to revitalize the town post-pandemic, seems like the perfect opportunity for a fresh start in a new business venture. However, once Billy and her family settle in, an unsettling undercurrent beneath Juliana's southern charm starts to creep into her life. While she tries to brush off her suspicions as mere misgivings, this town's eerie atmosphere and hidden darkness grow impossible to ignore. Billy soon realizes that Juliana might be holding her family captive in more ways than one, and escaping might not be as simple as she thought.
Hmm.
Yeah. Would you move to a town that was giving you a Victorian home for $100 and $1,000 to open a new business?
Yeah, in this economy.
I mean, it is post-pandemic.
First and foremost, my wife would love a Victorian home. I personally would not.
Everyone would. What?
No, and here, because, listen, you don't own a home. You don't know the headaches of owning a home, let alone a fucking Victorian home. With all of the restoration, the shit that fails, the lack of probably common amenities like air conditioning, central heating. So, like, having fucking... no. Listen.
No.
The house that I lived in was from 1950, the one in Elgin. I don't remember how old this is. But the house I grew up in was an old onion set farm owned by my like great grandfather. Like forever ago. Way back when. And that house was always, something's always wrong. And even this house, which isn't nearly as old, there's always something wrong. I don't want to have to spend my life restoring a Victorian home every time something breaks down.
I mean, hey, they could have like preemptively, spruced up this house. We don't know.
Giving it to me for $100, I highly doubt it.
Hey, well, it's $100 and $1,000 to open up a business.
Yeah, so like,
I don't know how expensive it is to open a business
I'm
in
assuming
Juliana, Georgia.
Fairly expensive. However, Kate would love it. Not so much. She doesn't like the heat. I feel like Georgia's hot.
Georgia is very hot. Been there a few times. It's very hot down there.
But
so, this next one, do you want to hear about it or do you want to see the trailer first?
Let's do trailer.
Okay, well, it's kind of, it makes sense for what we're going to talk about later, the movie that you maybe watch.
You want to save that one last then?
Doesn't matter. That's up to you.
Let's do that one last as a transition into what we're going to talk about.
Okay. Then, okay, fine. Do you want to hear about the next thing or watch a trailer?
Tell me about the next thing.
Okay, I gotta find it. Okay, I have a question for you, Matt.
The name of this is a euphemism for a vagina, and I don't appreciate that.
Well, tough shit. The question is, what if Jason Voorhees had a daughter?
He would have a bloody axe wound at least once a month.
Okay, so that's the premise of this movie.
Jason's daughter on her period?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jason Voorhees having a daughter, kind of, sort of. So it's a meta slasher called Bloody Axe Wound. That's good. Matt keeps saying. December 27th. It will be in theaters, an actual theater release. Abby Bladecut is a teenager torn between the macabre traditions of her family's bloody trade and the tender stirrings of her first crush. And then a little bit more. In the small town of Clover Falls, Abby's father, Roger Bladecut, of course, has built an infamous legacy by capturing real-life killings on tape and selling them to eager customers. Not creepy at all. But as Abby delves deeper into the grisly family business, she begins to wonder if it's time to take the family tradition in a new direction.
Myers, Voorhees, Kruger, Sawyer, Blade Cut. I hate when you do that shit. I hate when you do that shit.
Can you play the trailer for me, sir?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yep.
Hey, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yup.
Hey, werewolf.
Not really.
You wanted to see me?
I don't want to see that wolf in any more films.
What the
Got it?
fuck?
Got it.
What the fuck?
Some of this
In my
face-
town of Clover Falls, real-life massacres have been put on tape and packaged for decades. While some dads fix toilets, my dad terminates teens.
Sirius needs new legs.
Okay.
Barely staying afloat.
So
Why not me?
Because you're a girl.
What?
Sorry, woman.
Killing teens.
I mean, no
Selling
disrespect,
them.
but she's got to hear this.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
We both know
Last
I can
name's
hack
still
it better
sucks.
than any ding dong out there.
I've heard high school is a target-rich environment.
Are you a narc?
I know narc. I mean, I'm not a narc. I wouldn't.
I know narc.
Were you one of those goody-goodies at your old school?
Not exactly.
Love to hear how everything's coming together.
They're not all that bad.
There's just been so much death at this school. But I'm glad you're here.
Coughing, Sam just doesn't feel right.
I can't let your
Talk about
emotions
bloody accident.
cloud your judgment.
What's wrong with a little change?
This isn't up for debate. Sam dies.
Does your face up?
Kill her. Finish the job, or I will.
More like if a Leatherface had a dog.
Well,
Who
I'm
are
just
you?
reading what was said.
No, I get that. I'm saying, you know, what'd be really entertaining is if like Michael Myers, Leatherface, Jason Voorhees talk. So like, imagine the communication between a dad who doesn't talk and murders teens and then sells the videos, and his teenage daughter who doesn't shut up.
Yeah. I mean, Just is down. He's down.
I know
for this.
Just is down. Just is always down. Just is down to clown.
Always down to clown. Yeah, so you saw Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Fucking right.
He's also producing the film with his beautiful wife, Hilary Burton Morgan. So
Mm. Dean Winchester's dad, also maybe Sam's. I debate that. But
John
definitely
Winchester, put some respect. Well, actually, no,
Hold
John's
on,
an
listen.
asshole. Just kidding.
John is an asshole, but I was gonna say, like, I debate Sam. I see Dean. I see Dean and John. I don't see Sam and John. I'm thinking Sam had another parent. Anyway, also Negan,
Well, yeah.
another asshole, and now looks like an asshole here. He does asshole so well.
He does. But, like, god damn, he's beautiful.
He is. He's a very pretty man.
He's a beautiful man. It's a silver fox. God damn. I love him. Okay. Moving on.
2.
What is your opinion on how do I phrase this? It's not necessarily true crime, it's what are they considered? Like myths, kind of? Urban legends?
Urban Legends, yeah, that's what I was going to go with. I like the movie Urban Legend. I find Urban Legends very interesting, and the concept behind them.
So, we are getting a mystery thriller movie called Croatoan. Does that name sound familiar in any shape? or
Yeah,
form?
it's what was carved on the tree in the Roanoke colony that disappeared, because I paid attention in school and I know my American history.
And American Horror Story Roanoke has an entire season about it.
That had no, it was not about it though.
It was. It was about
It
Croatoan. It was.
It had nothing to do with the people disappearing. Fuck that. I am not letting that slide. That pissed me off. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted them in Roanoke. And I wanted fucking people disappearing and like behind the Croatoan and nothing. Nothing. I don't even remember shit about that season. It sucked.
Lady Gaga's in that season. Just said urban legend in general are a reach, but I fuck with it. There we go.
We fuck
Okay,
with you,
so
Justin.
we do fuck with Justin. the premise of this movie: a father whose family road trip leads him to a desolate small town. You know, then his son disappears, and some detectives team together, and they gotta like investigate the oddballs and the local supernatural legend of Croatoan. So they're in Virginia, I'm assuming, if they're gonna base it off of that.
Virginia.
Child goes missing. Croatoan, Lost Colony, Roanoke. I think, this seems like it'd be up your alley, like talking about Croatoan, like correctly in Roanoke.
Actually doing it, yes. Not
American Horror Story.
whatever the fuck that was.
American Horror Story. I mean, to be fair, Roanoke was when it kind of started going downhill. So,
What was before Roanoke?
see, that's the thing. I want to say hotel
I don't listen.
because I know the first four.
It's nothing. Hold on.
Because the first one's Murder House, then Asylum, then Coven, then Freak Show, and then I want to say Hotel, and then I want to say Roanoke. So I want to say the season 6. Please tell me if I'm correct.
I can type.
He can't type.
American Horror Story seasons. There are 12 seasons.
A lot of seasons.
All right. Wikipedia. I want list of episodes. I want seasons. Murder House, Asylum, Coven, Freak Show, Hotel, Roanoke, Cult, Apocalypse. I liked 1984.
I did too.
Double
I liked
feature.
Apocalypse.
NYC. Double feature wasn't terrible.
I didn't watch Double
Apocalypse
Feature.
was okay.
Or NYC.
Apocalypse. I only liked Apocalypse because it tied back into Murder
Coven,
House.
which is one of the best seasons. And
Murder
Murder House.
House. Yeah.
Both. Which are the two best seasons.
I don't remember if I watched NYC or not. Delicate was the one with Kim
Emma
Kardashian.
Roberts and Kim Kardashian.
Never finished that.
I think I watched like the first 2 episodes and I said, I give up.
Well, the reason I didn't finish it was 5 episodes came out in September, and then when the last 4 came out in April, and at that point I didn't give a fuck anymore.
Oh, that's right. They did split it up.
Yeah. I mean, they did the same thing with Double Feature. Double Feature was in August of 2020. Well, and then September, so like not as far. But like September to April, that's 6 months. It's
a big jump.
It's a big jump. So yeah, I'd say Roanoke is maybe Hotel. I think Hotel is where they started going. Because like I like Lady Gaga, and some of the stuff in Hotel was okay, but also Hotel was kind of like, as weird as this show is, Hotel was really fucking weird.
Fair, but I love, as most white bitches do, I love serial killers and true crime stuff, and the fact that the hotel was basically like H.H. Holmes' hotel, I'm in.
Was interesting. It was just all
and
of
the Ten Commandments killer, cool.
There was good shit. I said there was good shit, but there was also just like extra, like they
vampire children.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Allison.
Hi, Allison. She said hi, friends. Hey.
Sorry.
Hey. Hi, friends. Hi,
So, can I play the trailer that I was supposed to play? Because I asked you to put it in here. Did you watch it yet?
Yeah.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Well, that's
I did.
unfortunate.
Well, yeah, because I wanted to see what the fuck it is. Well, because there's 2 different horror movies about this man, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, this is one of them.
Okay.
So
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I'm excited about the Pooniverse, and even though this isn't part of it, I do love what we're doing
This is also
with my childhood
the Red Band
stuff.
trailer. Shit is actually really gory. So
Let's go.
What the hell is all this stuff for?
It's the equipment I checked out for my documentary.
Crime already.
Pirate man
Documentary.
thing we were going on about in class.
Sailor Man. Tonight's the last night we can get inside.
They're, aware of the charming stories circulating about this place.
I don't believe in ghost stories.
He's not a ghost. The Sailor Man is real.
Oh, that's so bad.
it's
He doesn't take kindly The visitor's stopping at his doorstep.
He's doing some school project, and why won't she just pick the phone up? Oh, yeah? What should I do? She said they're going to be at the old candy factory, right? Let's go down there.
Do you know why the factory closed down 20 years ago?
Spinach?
There was a spinach contamination.
Radioactive spinach. Maybe look at what it does to you.
Fucking awful.
That pea.
Pizza.
Monster.
Oh, yeah. What? Oh, yeah.
So I Popeye the Slayer, man. Yeah, no. I do take a little umbrage with the fact that he doesn't do the voice, and we didn't get a. But
Do we borrow class?
but
Um,
do we borrow classic?
what the fuck is this? A trailer Matt made me put in.
So all right, so I have said that I am all. So all right, let's talk about this real quick. Show might go a little long. Fuck it, who cares? It's been a while. It's been a while. You deserve more, Matt and Katie. Puniverse, right? Where's the Spanish? Puniverse is everything that I am asking for, but not necessarily getting from my slasherverse, right? We are taking beloved characters, we are finding a way to bring them together, and there is going to be a face-off of all of the villains who were once heroes at the very end in Puniverse Unite. I'm fucking stoked. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 was better than the first one. Looking forward to Bambi,
Pinocchio,
and Peter Pan. Peter Pan. And then I know that like the Mad Hatter and like they're gonna have some other shit
like a
in
Sleeping
there.
Beauty and shit too. Yeah.
But like this is what I wanted, and I'm basically getting it, just not in the exact form that I wanted it to. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 was actually pretty entertaining. Winnie the Pooh,
Winnie the Pooh 2.
Winnie the Pooh 2 was actually really entertaining. So I am stoked to see where they go and what they do with this. And Mousetrap was terrible. Mousetrap was bad. Had nothing to do with Steamboat Willie, really.
Who the fuck is surprised? Real Peter Pan is scary. I have a book that's literally about him kidnapping children.
Yeah.
On my bookcase somewhere.
So yeah, no, I'm fucking stoked, and I like knowing that it's supposed to be bad. I'm down for like really bad, just dumb horror. But here's the thing: if you're gonna give me really bad, dumb horror, you know what I need, Katie. What do I need?
Titties.
She knows me so well.
Oh, it's like we've been doing this for over a year or some shit. Crazy.
Bring the titties.
Okay, so would you like to hear like just like the premise of this movie, even though I kind of explained it?
I'm assuming Bad Batch of Spinach turned a sailor into a mutated sailor.
Oh, I ain't got all that information. That you've watched the movie for. What I have is this. A group of friends sneak into an abandoned spinach canning factory to film a documentary on the legend of the Sailor Man who is said to haunt the factory. That's literally all I have, because that's all Bloody Disgusting gave me.
Okay. It looks terrible. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you guys and be like, this looks amazing. I can't wait. But like,
it looks. I want to know.
Practical effects.
We love practical effects.
We're going to talk about practical effects today.
Yeah, and I got a fucking issue with it. We're going to talk about it. But now I don't know what the other Popeye horror movie looks like or anything like that. Do we think it'll be better than this one? Peter Pan is the Pied Piper.
Do we think the other Popeye movie that we don't know about is better than the one that we just watched the trailer for?
I mean, like, do you think like it is like a better premise or anything like that?
I'd hope so. I'd feel like the premise that the other Peter Pan. Well, it depends which one came first. Because if the other one came first, then maybe that one had a better premise. So then they had to go with this, so they weren't ripping that one off completely.
I'm gonna Google it real quick because it's Googleable. Popeye.
It's Googleable.
God, my nose is so itchy. Hold on, let's Popeye the Slayer Man. What is this one? I'm sorry. IMDb's taking a little bit to load it. Is it this? I don't know. There's one just called Popeye. The Legend of Popeye haunts a group of counselors as they intend to open a summer camp. That's what IMDb says.
Sounds worse.
Paramount
Was he sailing
Plus?
a lake?
Allegedly. Yeah. This slasher version of Popeye the Sailor Man is taking advantage of the fact that the character enters public domain in 2025. Shut up. Yeah, they all sound stupid. That's the main premise here.
Is
But all right.
Croatoan Crotoan or Croatoan?
Oatoan.
Oatoan. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're writing stuff down, but I'm writing stuff down. just in
No,
case.
because you know it's hard for me to take all the notes and write stuff down. I can do it for Smack and Raw. I can't do it for this. Because Smack and Raw, you mainly talk. And then I just sit there and make little ha-has.
Ha-ha.
Ha-ha-ha. Okay, well, the thing that I originally wanted to do third is now the last thing we have, which will tie into shit Matt made Katie watch. So,
right.
again, do you want the trailer or the information about the trailer?
Give me the information while I try to figure out how I'm going to write down what you just babbled about shit watch.
Okay, so the movie is called Werewolves. I know, super original. Which I saw so much shit about werewolves on Bloody Disgusting recently. I don't know what the hell's going on. But a supermoon event triggers a Latin gene in every human on the planet, turning anyone who entered the moonlight into a werewolf for that one night. Chaos ensued. Yeah, it's a Latin gene. Like, latent? Latent.
Latent.
Okay, whatever.
Well,
English
because it
is
sounded like
hard.
you said Latin. I'm like, what the fuck does what is
It's
Latin
a
have to do
Latin
with it?
gene.
We all have Latin American genes in us, and
I mean-
they're the dormant werewolf gene. in Latin
Now
America.
you guys know. Caused by the supermoon. You're missing important information. The supermoon. Fuck you. Okay, a latent gene in every human on the planet, turning anyone who entered the moonlight into a werewolf for that one night. Chaos ensued, and close to 1 billion people died. Now, a year later, the supermoon is back. That's the premise.
Okay, so right off the bat, I have an issue with the fact that we are skipping the very first event and jumping into this at event number 2. That would be like,
get to see part of the first event. I don't know.
well, I know, but I'm just saying that's like starting with 28 weeks later and giving us a 28 days later recap in the beginning of the movie and then just going right into 28 days later or weeks later.
Which they showed a poster for 28 years, whatever the last one is. Years later. Is that the new one?
Yeah, years.
Yeah. Yeah. Aaron Taylor Johnson, isn't it?
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Let's watch this shit show. Very excited. I actually haven't watched it, so.
Bite me.
Pun. And it's Frank Grillo.
Punisher.
So. And what's his nuts from The Purge?
And what's his nuts from Walking Dead? No. I'm thinking of someone different.
You
It
are
was not the Punisher.
No, that's John Barthenol.
Yeah. Barthot?
I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Bartholomew?
Behind you.
Hey, there's something in your house.
It's happening again. It hasn't happened yet.
Uncle
Well,
Wes,
that was the.
why
That was
can't you stay?
That was before.
to help them try and stop this. We're the only
It said
family
it's
we have
happening
left.
again.
We
I
got
know
this.
What are you doing, man? You should kill somebody.
We are all soldiers now. Because tonight, when that sun sets, it's going to be every man for himself.
We have a 9-hour window
the
to
Punisher.
test and report our
Oh no, he
findings.
was.
We
he was
hope to
in Marvel.
see
He
if this
was
mutation
fucking,
can be blocked.
In
go over
Captain
the
America.
Yeah.
Don't open the door for anyone.
Can't remember what the fuck he was.
Don't hesitate for a second.
Hydra.
Good luck tonight.
Something like that.
Canopy retraction commencing.
That was the big thing. Looks really well done though. Like, really well produced.
Yeah.
Werewolf looks dope.
Now that's a
No more
werewolf.
guns, no more guards. Those things are coming for us.
I'm here.
No, I'm here.
Bite me!
Yeah, the quality looks solid. You know what? I take it back. We just started with so like you
I didn't agree with all the screaming. Oh yeah, in theaters today. December 6th.
fuck me.
Yep.
The quality looks solid. Like that looked like mind-numbingly fun. Just bullshit. Why isn't the
Why is-
headhunter Red Riding Hood?
These are the questions we need to be asking. This is true. Yeah, that's how you do a werewolf.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Shut up.
I was gonna say Red Riding Hood is what I call it when I get a mustache ride from Bankley. Because he's a
That's
ginger.
so out of pocket.
No, I'm down, Katie. That looked good. I'm stoked.
I did not know what to expect, but based off of that, the description. But
I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad I had you give me the description first, so I could go in with very low expectations and then be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I'll do that every time.
Well, sometimes you read it, I'm like, oh, that sounds really good, and then the trailer plays, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be it.
Okay, well, most of the time I end up watching the trailer first, or at least like part of it. So I'm just like, I like skim through, and I'm like, good enough. Like, but I didn't watch, Werewolves or Bloody Axe Wound. I watched the other ones though.
Bloody Axe Wound also surprisingly intrigued me based on the synopsis I was given.
What
so.
if Jason Voorhees that that was
fuck that.
That's what Bloody Disgusting wrote.
Well, it's bloody disgusting to even say that because that
It's
is
bloody
not.
disgusting.
Yeah, I can't do the voices. Also,
I know you
weirdly
can't.
enough, Zoe, when I do like voices, like different voices, she hates it. She hates it. She gets so mad at me. She goes, "Don't do that. I don't like that." I'm like, well, fuck you too,
Don't
kid.
do that.
And then Bluey's dad was doing voices, and she's laughing. I'm like, how come Bluey's dad gets to do voices, but I don't? Like,
Because it's Bluey.
it's Bandit.
Well,
Bloody Axe Wound. Shout out to the Filipina actor. Hell yeah.
yeah.
And her Bloody Axe Wound.
Stop.
I gotta write down Bloody Axe Wound now.
You said it 18 times. How the fuck didn't you write it down yet?
Because I don't do this.
This is your job when I have to host this show. You
Yeah,
know that.
Well, your hosting is done, but it is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for shit made shit watch. No, shit that made Katie watch.
Listen, I
and
struggle.
this time, it was Ginger Snaps. And now, mind you, this is something that we have kind of talked about, and Katie actually said she wanted to watch this one, which I also believe there was another one we did where it was the
Sleepaway
last
Camp.
one, Sleepaway Camp. So the last two were on the list, and Katie chose from the list what she wanted to watch, and she picked Ginger Snaps based on a lot of the stuff we had talked about and stuff she had heard about it and things like that. So, Katie, now you have seen Bakley Snap.
No.
Okay, no. Now you've seen Ginger Snaps. Thoughts?
So this might come as a surprise to the people of the world. Out of all of the shit you made me watch, this is my favorite.
Really? Better than Night of the Demons 2?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of thought that maybe the ending might have killed it for you a little bit.
I mean, the ending definitely wasn't my favorite, and that god awful wolf was atrocious.
We're not there yet.
I mean, we can just start there.
Okay, you want to give me your spits, Katie?
It's mainly just the ending and that shitty fucking wolf.
Really?
I mean, like, the little plot points here and there, but, like, nothing, like, too crazy. Like, I mean, I found myself invested, like, curious as to what was going to happen. When they first showed the wolf getting hit by, what's his name? Sam Van? I was like, oh, this looks bad. And then, at the end, I was like, oh, this is, like, bad. Like, I get it. It was 2000. We could have done better.
I feel like the Underworld movies were also around 2000. They had better werewolves. So
That's what I'm saying. We could have done better.
I think just because you said this is bad and it came out in the 90s, so it came out before this, I'm going to double check.
What, American Werewolf and whatever the fuck?
Yes. Which has and is touted as one of the greatest werewolf transformations ever.
I don't know. I mean, I saw Van Helsing, and that was pretty good werewolf transformation.
Well.
I can't wait to talk about Van Helsing.
I don't remember if it's Paris or London. There's two of them.
I know there's two.
One's 97, one's 1981. I'll look that up, and we'll figure out which one we can watch. But maybe that should be the next one we watch. Do like a little werewolf-a-thon. Since I'm assuming you don't want to watch Ginger Snaps 2.
Because there's no Catherine Isabel. Or is there?
There's all...
I didn't know it was. I thought it was just Bridget. Who's the actress? I can't remember her name for some reason.
Emily Perkins.
Yes.
I mean, it does say Catherine Isabel's in it, but I'm assuming... I don't remember, honestly. I'm guessing like flashbacks or maybe conscience, like visions of Ginger talking to her.
Are you my conscience?
Ginger Snaps Back is also a thing, and that's terrible. Like, that's it's back in time, and it's the sisters, and it's kind of the same story, but it's set in like the frontier days. It's like their ancestors. It's terrible. Those are your only spits, huh?
Oh yeah, I didn't necessarily like the ending, but like I knew that. I really thought she was just gonna inject her with the what do they call it, monkshood.
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 Hood. Monkshood. I don't know.
Because they were like,
well, you should know from fucking Harry Potter. Because I
Hey, don't yell at me.
Just
a lot of things in Harry Potter.
Snape. I know Snape says it.
I know, and I just watched it. I watched this movie literally last night.
We've been watching a lot of it, just the first 3, because Zoe. I think. Well, the fourth one I think scares Zoe. She's still a little too young for that. So like and I'm surprised the third one doesn't. Also, Alien did not scare Zoe, which was weird. Like she was sitting there chilling during Alien and Alien. It's a whole. I'm doing a whole thing where I watch one horror movie a day in alphabetical order. Yeah. So like last week was all Alien, and she kept popping in during the Alien movies, and she was cool throughout like the entire Alien thing, which was weird.
Hey, I mean, I'm also surprised the Basilisk doesn't scare the shit out of her because that scares me.
No,
that thing is terrifying.
1, 2, and even 3 she can do, and mind you, the werewolf in Harry Potter 3 not great either. I love Lupin, even though it's a pun with the name, but we should have known.
I mean, we should have.
All right. So my spits. What the fuck is a gaunch?
Can you remember? Can you tell me the context? Because I don't remember.
when the movie opens up with them basically kind of making a die together pact or a off themselves pact.
Yes.
And then they film an art project in various ways in which they have gotten themselves offed.
Which was well done, beautiful, 10 out of 10, no notes.
Agree, that is a swallow. However, when Bridget is laying on the fence post when Ginger's laying on the fence post and Bridget is taking pictures, she says, "I can see your gaunch." And that is not a term I've ever heard in my life for any part of the female anatomy.
Hey, maybe they decided to make it one for funsies. I mean, people come up with new names for stuff.
I didn't know if maybe it was like a fucking East Coast version of Gooch. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I've also never heard it. But like when she said it, I mean, it was just like, oh, vagine. I got it. Like, okay.
I know it's the 2000s. Bridget's entire wardrobe was a spit. The oversized shoes that she can barely walk in and looked like she was having a hard time lifting her feet in. And what I'm assuming was a bad wig and not really her hair.
I don't know. I mean, I feel
if
like
not, I apologize to Emily Perkins. But
yeah, hey, apologize. I mean, it very well could have been like her hair, but like they just like added like another like piece on to her hair. I don't know, but it is the 2000s. Like depressed emo girls dress like that. Like it happened. I had nothing wrong. I was like, you know what? Spot on. Well done.
We hadn't really actually established. So, hate me if you want.
Okay.
I feel like Jennifer's body did Ginger Snaps better. Even though it was vampires, not werewolves, it's essentially very much a similar movie.
Yeah,
I mean, took this, made it vampires, and I think did it better. But we didn't establish that the mean girl on the field hockey team was really a mean girl. So, like, Bridget and Ginger are just sitting there talking shit about this chick, and then they get caught, and then Bridget gets fucking face first into dead dog, and I'm like, you fucked around and found out. Like, you got caught talking shit. That's on you, and you're supposed to be the main character. I'm supposed to feel bad for you, but I don't, because I haven't seen her do anything mean to you. Here you are just being a bitch for no reason.
See, no, this is where we're different, because I've watched too many movies and I know what the mean girl in a high school movie looks like, and that was Trina Sinclair.
Okay.
She looked like a bitch.
Also, werewolf lore, right? So,
yeah,
not even spotty at best. Bridget gets bit by a werewolf. The werewolf is immediately killed, and as far as I know, Ginger gets bit by a werewolf, and then it is immediately killed. And from what I know, if the werewolf that bit you dies, the curse is broken.
That's what Teen Wolf taught me.
Also, even though I appreciate, and we'll talk more about that, the transformation of Ginger until we finally get to the end, you're supposed to transform under a full moon, not over the course of like a week. A month, however long it was, just slowly.
No, I think it's a month because, like after Ginger gets
period.
Well, that and Bridget's like full moon. You were bit by something, blah 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 blah, and then so like she has a calendar of the next month and she circles the full moon, which is at the end of the month, but she's crossing off days as Ginger is kind of like slowly transforming.
Ginger having sex and then killing a dog and then making us think she killed the dude to only find out that she killed a dog, which was weird, where she's like, I got so hot and horny during sex that all I want to do was murder something, so I fucked up this dog.
Well, I mean, it's because she says it like you finish and that was it, and then they were done. So she was still just like revved up. She said, "You know, I'm gonna go kill this annoying ass yapping dog." Because that dog.
Nobody said shit about Ginger having fucking fangs for half the movie.
Some people just have really
'cause
sharp
she's weird?
canines.
I don't know. No. Also grew a tail and then tucked it like fucking Buffalo Bill.
Yeah. I mean,
could you imagine? So, like,
please.
I'm sorry. She didn't have the tail yet, but if during when she went and had sex with bro, if she had the tail at that point, and like he reached up and grabbed the tail instead, you know how you probably would have lost his shit. Probably would have freaked the fuck out. This is the 2000s. There would have been some very unwelcome language and rhetoric.
Yeah.
Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. Yeah, I mean, the tucking of the tail happens. I mean, if you were 16 in high school. Oh yeah, Tommy missed the beginning here. Yes, he did. If you were 16 in high school and were going through changes, cue the theme from Big Mouth, but like you grow a tail. Thank you. Crazy. I would have simply offed myself. So, ow. Tommy said swallow. I'm assuming you're room decorating. Redecorating, I guess. Moving your room, whatever.
This pot dealer / drug dealer knows Sam knows way too much about everything. Like he's not, if he was like a drug dealer, but he's not. Like he just grows pot and sells pot, but he is very familiar with how to properly prepare yourself for needle injection drugs and has a plethora of knowledge about lycanthropes. Does not look like he finished high school.
Okay, he likes to fucking read and do research. What is wrong with that? You don't like. Hey, this is like every man thinking about the Roman Empire. Like that, lycanthropes are Sam's Roman Empire.
Okay. The next two you can't argue. You've argued every single thing I brought up for the most part. Weird werewolf titties.
That's because they were like kind of concave.
No,
like,
they were just weird werewolf titties. Are a spit, Katie.
I mean, I wasn't, to be fair, wasn't looking at the werewolf titties.
Yes, werewolf titties. And then last but not least, because we already talked about the ending, where, again, back to lore, because we're lore whores, apparently you can just stab a werewolf in the side with a regular plain-ass knife and it'll die. We went through all this thing about, like, monkswood and silver bullets and this and that just shank her in the ribs below her weird werewolf titties. And hey, problem solved.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe there was a part of the lore that we didn't know.
No, there's not, because I also like to read.
Tommy said, what in the fuck? Yeah, I love to read.
All right, let's talk about what we did like. What are your swallows?
The whole movie. What if I said the whole movie?
Catherine Isabel?
She is my first. I spelled her name wrong. I spelled it like I would spell my first name. But Catherine Isabel, of course. She's incredible. Like, well done, ma'am. Well done. Emily Perkins. Yeah, Bridget.
Swallowing her wolf titties.
He's here for this. I think they both did incredible. They played sisters extremely well, especially like teenage sisters, like not listening to their mom and like going, just like going through life. I get it. Like this movie was for women, 100%.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the conversation you and I had about this was it is a werewolf story, but it is also kind of a
coming of age story.
Well, I was going to say a coming of age in like the way that Red is a coming of age story with the panda from Disney.
Oh, Turning Red, yeah.
Yeah, Turning Red. Because it's basically about puberty for boys and girls in a sense, but mostly for girls. at the same time that Bridget gets turned in, or God damn it, at the same time Ginger gets turned into a werewolf, she also gets her period for the first time. Both her and her sister are a little behind in that aspect.
Late bloomers, nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not. So it's the awkward phase of going through puberty and your body literally changing.
Mm-hmm.
And once that happens, people perceiving you and viewing you differently. I mean, you saw all of the attention and then the crude and awful things they said about Ginger once she did get her period and she had blossomed, but it was also becoming a werewolf.
Both things can be true at the same time. No, that's why I like this movie so much. Because, like, hey guys, guess what? Women have periods. I know. Crazy.
Never trust anything that bleeds for 7 days and doesn't die.
It's not 7 days. You don't bleed for 7 days. Not always.
That's just what the saying is. Obviously,
I know.
I'm married one and I birthed two more, and I trust them with my life. Well,
you didn't birth any of them.
Well,
one has only been birthed. The other one's still cooking. Anyways,
made.
Yeah, and it sucks. Once a month, you just have to sit there and just slowly die. It is a terrible time. Tommy's learning new things today, guys. No, that's why I was just like, you know what? This movie gets it. The cramps. Literally awful. No, what part? What part is he talking about?
Me birthing probably.
Oh,
did you not know I have a second child on the way? Due in March. Baby number 2.
I feel like this was information.
Tommy hasn't been here in a while. Tommy's been busy.
Surprise.
Another girl.
Another baby girl. No, yeah, this movie nailed it. Dealing with bleeding for the first time, terrible. It's awful bleeding. Cramps, whether it's werewolf or not, cramps suck. Like, your lower back is constantly in pain. Like, I 100% understand. Just like developing at like weird ages is terrible. Like, even now, like 28, like I still see like my friends like seeing like how they were in high school and like middle school to now. It's like crazy. Get this off the fucking screen. Enough of him.
He's complimenting my swimmers. He can do that all day. I'll put that up on the screen. Talk about
menstruating. Yeah, it's awful. And they nailed it. And then poor Bridget, like, it's okay. Like, I don't think she ever like got her period.
No, she did.
Did she?
Yeah. There was a point where there was blood running down her thigh.
That was Ginger.
Oh no, not Bridget. Sorry, Bridget. Listen.
What is happening? What is happening with you?
B. They called her B the entire time. So for whatever reason, Bridget and Ginger B never got her period.
B, yeah. But and like that's like a whole other thing. And they're talking about it's a curse. You're damn fucking right, it's a curse. That shit sucks. Personal experience. Hate it. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. Yes, Matt.
Speaking of the whole period thing,
okay.
I think I meant to put this in spits, but I didn't, or maybe I didn't know where to put it. Ginger said, "If you find me simping around a tampon dispenser," was that is that the same way we use simping, or?
I don't know.
That was weird to me because I feel like that's new slang, not old slang, reused.
I mean, it definitely could have been. Just, I mean, what is old is now new again type shit.
Ginger Snaps invented simping, made it popular.
Ginger Snaps invented simping. Why is that so hard for me to say?
It was hard for me to say too. So I did that.
We're doing great. You know, I mean, those also fuck those tampon dispensers. Those things suck. Also, who always just has a quarter on them? That should be free. I say this to the world, free in all bathrooms. Cause fuck, bro. What if I don't have something on me? What if I ask a nice lady and she doesn't have anything either? That's why I always try and have at least 1 or 2 things on me, just in case somebody wants one or needs one. Because I'm a nice guy.
Did you play field hockey in your school? Or did they have field hockey in your school?
I don't believe so, because I would not be bending over to use those tiny ass sticks. Hell no.
I feel like that because they're in Canada. I feel like that's Canadian. I feel like they're like, oh, when there is no winter, we also still need hockey. So like field hockey. Like,
see, now that you say that, I did hear sorry a little bit.
Oh no, they're definitely in Canada. When I was looking, I believe the license plates said Ontario on them when they were driving in the cars and shit. I know they were in Canada.
I wasn't really looking, but like that does make sense. But like now that you say it, I did hear Ginger at one point go, "I'm sorry." I'm like, Degrassi, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So everything about this movie, I like the premise of this movie. I was we talked about the artistic photos that they took.
Yeah.
Well done. Beautiful. I wish I could have done that in high school. Like that would have been dope as fuck. I mean, I got to do like a serial killer project, but like it's kind of the same thing. I had to be a dead body in my serial killer project. You know,
the bodies hit the floor.
Basically. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like just the whole premise of the movie. I mean, the acting was early, like literally 2000, so like always going to be hit or miss with the dialogue, but I think I liked this movie.
I'm glad. So I got some specifics, unless you've got more.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Opening of the movie, kid playing with his dead dog's paw, and the parents finding it.
Wild.
Beast of Bailey Downs is a really cool name for the monster attacking it. Appreciated that. We said weird Fitzgerald sisters contemplating how to get themselves off in various ways, all for art. And it's all really good. But then the teacher who doesn't appreciate their form of art, because like
I hate her.
What the fuck? I think it was a dude.
It was.
Yeah. I thought you said I hate her.
No, like a hater, not I hate her.
Okay.
Hater.
Okay.
Like a Jamie hater. Hater.
Yeah. We did the turning into a werewolf as a metaphor for puberty. So we talked about Trina not being established as a bitch before shoving B into a dead dog, but then also hits B again later, unprovoked, and Bridget beat the shit out of her. Shout out to sticking up for your little sister.
Ginger,
yes, god damn it.
God damn it. You know, Ginger rocks Trina shit.
Something I thought was going to be a spit for Katie, but apparently wasn't. Sexually transmitted werewolf.
I mean, it's because she was on her period.
It's not because she was on her period. That's not, no. It was some
No,
werewolf
she was.
STD. No, she was, but that's not why.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's funny.
Okay. Yeah, no. So werewolf STDs. So like I said, this is a metaphor for puberty because not only does Bridget get her period and then also slowly start Ginger get her period and then slowly start transforming into a werewolf, but she then has sex and passes the werewolf curse along to this douchey kid. And his transformation, you also like pimples all over his face
Puberty.
and the teeth. Bridget kills him with the test vial of the wolf spit. I'm just gonna call it wolf
Well, I was
spit.
gonna say, doesn't kill him, but like reverts him back to.
We don't know what happened to him.
He was walking away.
You've never seen someone walk away and die later?
Hey, we're not talk about that.
I'm just saying. All you have, if you're going to do, I know what she does. She wasn't trying to do a test run. She ran into this kid. he was attacking someone and she used it to like save a life. But like, if you're gonna do a test run of something like this, you probably want to like keep an eye on somebody for more than 30 seconds to see like what happens, and not just be like, oh, he looks like he's okay. It's gonna be fine.
She said, "Oh, he's talking normal. Didn't try to attack me again. We're good."
So what you find out in Ginger Snaps 2, where Bridget is the werewolf, is that it's not so much a cure as it just delays the transformation effects. And the more you take it, the less it lasts. So it's basically, we've gone from it being a metaphor for puberty to a metaphor for drug addiction in the second.
Yeah. Which, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, because she's shooting up all the time. Trina kills herself and then gets frozen and eaten-ish, kind of piece by piece. Well, I guess they bury her in the shed. So not.
Yeah.
I thought Bridget ate some, or Ginger ate some of her. Ginger ate some of her.
Can you get it together?
I can't. I don't know why. I just want to say
the movie
Bridget.
is called Ginger Snaps.
Yeah, I know. Not Bridget.
I'm not a
Snaps.
ginger
Again,
right now. I'm brunette again, but like
my
Snaps.
brain just keeps saying Bridget.
No, she doesn't. I don't think she eats her at all. I think she kind of just like is tempted
No,
to.
because they broke the fingers off, and I swear Ginger ate at least one of the fingers. It's like a snack.
No, the two fingers
Well,
just
I know they
break
found
off, and
fingers
then
later.
no, yeah, those are the only two fingers that came off when Bridget was like trying to de-thaw her in the freezer. And then they accidentally dropped the fingers in the yard.
The effects of Ginger's slow transformation, despite me not appreciating the slow transformation,
were great.
even up to where she was more werewolf than girl.
face?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Enjoyed
was
yeah.
that was beautifully done.
That was really cool.
That was some like charmed effects type shit, and I loved it.
And then last but not least for me, and this one surprised me, Bridget and Ginger's mom, because as regular overbearing mom as she was, when shit was going down, she looked at Bridget and she's like, so here's what we're going to do. Go get your sister. We're going to fake a fire in the house. We're going to move. After she found the dead body and shit, like she wasn't, mom was down. Like, these are my girls. I've got their back. We're going to fake a fire. We're leaving dad. Almost sounded like we were going to burn dad alive. Like, fuck him.
Oh, no, yeah. She wanted to burn her husband alive.
And we're going to start over, girls. Like, we're going to start a whole new life. Everything's going to be okay. Mommy's here to protect you. And I'm like, fuck yeah, mom.
Ride or die.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it's because she even said that people were going to blame her because they killed Trina.
Well, you know.
And which, like, I mean, obviously she didn't know, like, the werewolf thing was going on, but she knew some shit was going down with her daughters. So when they find dead body, Scadios, my daughter's killed a girl. All right, fuck this place. Your dad's going up in flames, so is this house. We're moving to the States.
Yeah. You got anything else?
Specifically, no. Because again, I was just like, I found myself just like watching and like, oh fuck, I have to take notes, which happens sometimes.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that I'm not. Like I said, when you got to the end and you saw the awful white werewolf, animatronic, terrible looking werewolf, and you saw the way the movie ended, I'm like, oh, she's gonna hate this.
I surprisingly didn't, but like I can understand why you think I would hate this.
Yeah,
I'm kind of just being like, fuck the ending. The rest of the movie is pretty good.
So it's Ginger Snaps, Night of the Demons 2, everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the
werewolf titties are not enough titties to sway me, so Night of the Demons 2 still wins.
Oh, but hand titties are?
They were titties before they were hand titties, all right? These were just werewolf titties. These weren't like real titties that turned into werewolf titties. Then you would have sold me, Katie.
I didn't make this movie.
You could have. You can remake Ginger Snaps.
Good.
Start writing tonight.
Not tonight, no. I'm
All
pretty
right.
skilled. What can I say?
Kills, I guess. There are 3 dogs at least that died to 2 to the Beast of Bailey Downs, and then 1 Ginger kills, which was
First
their dog.
The dog on the field, Trina's dog, Norman. There's 4 dog deaths.
Well, so there was the first dog.
There was the dog Paw that we saw.
Yeah.
The dog on the field.
There was another dog because there was a little boy who was calling for his dog Baxter, I think.
No, I think that's...
Unless that... Because they didn't
I think that
establish
was
that Trina
the
had a
first
little brother, so I thought, no. This was a different kid who was in his backyard calling for his dog Baxter. So unless
He was
Trina had a
calling
little
for
brother...
Norman. That was, what, the kid with the ice skates who was just walking around with his ice skates on? That was Norman.
So was Baxter the first dog?
Yeah. Baxter was the first dog, and then the dog on the field, and then Trina's dog in the park, or whatever dog that was in the park, and then Norman.
So what was the dog that Ginger killed after having sex?
I think that was the little yapper.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know. Let's say roughly 4 to 5 dogs died for no reason.
4 to 5 dogs died due to werewolf.
Trina slips, falls, kills herself.
She shouldn't have been standing there.
Mr. Wayne slashed up by Ginger.
Deserved.
Poor janitor finds Ginger in Mr. Wayne's office, and then Ginger murdered him, and Bridget's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that one I was like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong.
Ginger has a point. He was very friendly to Bridget, and she didn't like the way that he looked at Bridget.
This was also Ginger on them werewolf period hormones.
She said something before that, though, when Bridget was in the locker room and the janitor came up and gave her something. Like there was a moment earlier in the movie between the janitor and Bridget that kind of set this up.
I don't think it was like ill intentions on his part, though.
Probably not, but that's what Ginger thought. And then werewolf hormone Ginger was fucking nuts and said, fuck this guy.
Yeah, true.
And then last but not least, by the way, he gets fisted in the stomach.
Yeah, in the stomach.
He's alive. And then she's like, oh, he is alive? Nope, not anymore. Sam, our pot dealer friend, who also had a thing for Bridget, eaten by werewolf Ginger. Bridget also took a bite of him after she got bit and started turning a little bit, but then she's like, no, this is gross.
She didn't bite him. She was drinking / kind of eating his blood.
Okay, say that again.
But she wasn't like eating him, like like gnawing his body. It was just the blood that was on the ground. It's different. It's like Ginger was like taking full-on chunks of Sam's carcass.
Okay. Is your blood inside your body?
It was outside of his body.
Is your blood inside your body?
For now.
Is it a part of your body?
I guess.
So if someone is chewing your blood, are they taking a bite out of you? Theoretically.
Technically.
Yes. Okay.
But like
so Bridget had a taste too.
I'm not arguing with you.
But then she's like, no, this is gross. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, because the shit was like gooey and no. Corn
I do like
meat.
Jennifer's body better than Ginger Snaps, but Ginger Snaps is, especially for when it came out, the time and everything, the early 2000s, like it was a very cool thing. Again, for women specifically.
He also missed a kill.
What kill did I miss?
Ginger.
Well, we already talked about Ginger getting stabbed.
We talked about Trina dying like 3 times.
Twice.
So yeah, Ginger does at the end. Spoiler.
Yeah, Ginger. Well, the werewolf gets stabbed at the end, and it was stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, women. Woo.
I'm glad you enjoyed this.
I did. I had a great time. I was like, wow, I understand. I get this on a spiritual level. I understand. Yeah.
Feminism.
Who ran the world? Werewolves.
Werewolf girls.
Werewolf girls.
So we discussed, I can take Ginger Snaps off the list.
Ginger Snaps.
The next Katie Horror Showcase, which will be, oh, by the way, I went over this with Travis. So we are officially on break for 2 weeks after next week for both shows until the 10th and 11th.
Okay.
So, or not next week, 2 weeks. So when we do this show. Again,
yeah, so the 15th.
On the 20th and the 21st.
Fuck, I meant the 20th.
20th and 21st will be our last 2 shows of the year.
Okay.
We're smacking it raw and getting off. We will be back on the 10th and 11th.
Okay.
You did know that.
I did. I said I knew that.
Yeah, okay. I thought you said I didn't know that. Because the 6th is Raw on Netflix. So I figure come back, Raw on Netflix.
That's fine.
And that will be a Katie Horror Showcase.
Oh, big number 10.
And that will either be American Werewolf in London and or Paris.
Okay. Not as excited.
I hear you. But
Feminism werewolves. I mean, I've heard good things about both of those movies. So, I mean, and I haven't ever watched them. So, I will go in with an open mind, as I do with all of these movies you make me watch.
you love practical effects, and these are some of, touted as some of the greatest practical effects of all time. So,
allegedly, we don't know which one. We don't know which one, and we don't know which one we can watch.
Well, I mean, it's technically the same, I guess, kind of franchise.
Okay, so
I want to say it's London because it was 81 and like the transformation was a big deal. And then Paris, I think, was the remake, or not the remake, but the sequel. Obviously,
is it like the same guy, like character?
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen those, so like this will almost be like rewatching it for the first time for me. Which also Ginger Snaps kind of was because it's been a really long. I think I downloaded and burned that on a DVD back in the day and watched them all, and probably haven't watched them since. I can't say I haven't watched them since. I've watched them once or twice since.
Say you love Catherine Isabel. You definitely watched them at least once.
I love Catherine Isabel.
I know you do. We talk about
And
her a lot.
this unlocked a whole new kink for me with fucking Werewolf Catherine.
Just said the movies aren't canon to each other. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's not the same person.
Okay. Well, I didn't
Just
know.
American Werewolves.
An American guy in werewolf, or American guy in werewolf. Fuck. An American guy in London and an American guy in Paris. So I don't know. He's a werewolf. I don't know. I don't understand.
You will. That's the point of this.
I also have a question.
Yes.
So I completely off track. I know you haven't done jack shit for this trivia yet.
It's not that I haven't done jack shit. I've done a little bit of something.
I just have a question about it.
Okay.
It's not trying to get an angle or anything. Like, it's a genuine question. Is this getting off in general, like the entirety of the show, or just this past year?
It would be the entirety of the show.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Some of it will have to do with the movies. Some of it will have to do with the episodes.
Okay.
So.
I was just genuinely curious because I was thinking about it. I was like, have we only done this for a year? But then I was like, oh wait, last year we literally did Black Christmas. So like,
yeah.
I was thinking about that on my way home from work today.
We're like a year and a half in, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I was just asking. I was just curious.
You got anything else for me?
I'm gonna win, Jermaine.
I'm
if
also
I don't,
debating.
then that sucks.
So, like, I got that new horror trivia card set.
Did you?
Yeah. Remember I told
Which
you,
ones?
like, there's axes and there's crossbows and, like...
Oh,
I
yeah,
have those.
yeah.
So I'm debating on utilizing those or maybe making it those and having you guys each, like, spin a wheel with the thing and then you get a card from that.
Okay.
I've been debating on that too, which is why I haven't done much because I'm back and forth on ideas. Because, like I told you guys, all things getting off.
Yeah.
But
And no, I don't think you can. We have 2 weeks. You can't.
I absolutely can.
No.
It's the finals. It needs to be hard.
It's the final countdown.
And because you are the hostess with the mostest and you are out here every week and have been on every episode, I feel like you do have a slight unfair advantage over the other two.
They can watch every episode. That's not a knock on me.
They can.
They have to do their
You are right.
research.
They can. You are correct.
I'm just saying. Make it all Thanksgiving off.
I got 2 Fridays off to sit here and figure out what the fuck I want to do before then.
Just so you guys know, if I lose, I will cry. I can't. I talked so much shit, specifically to Reek, because I beat him the first time.
Well, maybe Will wins, and then you don't have to cry.
But if I come in like last, if Reek ends up beating me in some way, shape, or form, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, all joking, ha-ha-has, but like, low-key pissed. What?
Mina Shirakawa on Instagram.
Beautiful woman.
Yep. Who we'll talk more about tomorrow, so come join us tomorrow, same time, same place, for Smacking It Raw.
Rawr. Yeah.
All right, Katie, tell everyone where they can find you.
You can follow me on Twitter, KittyWrestling13. The link tree in my bio, take everything She Elite Showcase. Twitch.tv/She Elite Showcase and YouTube.com/She Elite Showcase. Typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. New episode is out now. I had a really great episode with Savannah. We had a great time. So check it out. Great conversations. Wrestlers as Wizard of Odd characters, because I still have Wicked on the brain. So that was an excuse. We'll talk a little bit about Wicked. Our seasonal showcases next week. And then our She Elite Awards, because we are also done in 2 weeks for the rest of the year. So fun stuff happening over there.
Is Glenda a witch or a princess?
Glenda's a witch.
She comes down in a bubble and she wears a crown.
She wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, Doug.
Grow up.
Get educated. I love that.
Anyway. I know. You guys can follow me at Smacking It Raw on all socials. Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. At Blue Sky, it's at smackingiraw.bsky.social, or however Blue Sky does that. Not on Twitter. I mean, you can go to Twitter, and you can look for us on Twitter, and you can find stuff, but I'm not updating or posting there, so don't waste your time.
I know. I just tell Ryland to message you on Instagram, because he messaged both of us in a DM. I was like, ooh, so like Matt doesn't use Twitter anymore, so you have to DM him on Instagram. He probably forgot. It's just easy and convenient for people who still use the Twitter.
They never really did use the Twitter, though.
They have been recently.
Yeah, I know. After I left.
Yeah.
I got all liberal and left. They stopped.
It's fine.
But Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, and come follow my journey as I watch my entire digital movie library. A little sneak peek from what's coming up this week. So far, I have watched, where is that? Almost Famous, the bootleg cut. The Amazing Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And today's movie, which was American History X.
Okay.
And that's the weird thing about doing it this way is like, I went from Aliens to All Dogs Go to Heaven. I went from Spider-Man to American History X. So like, I am jumping genres wildly.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're going crazy.
It's weird to get like, oh, I'm in a superhero mindset. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's curb stomp time.
Yeah, you go from Andrew Garfield to American History X.
To Nazi Edward Norton.
Yeah,
and Edward Furlong.
Why are you okay?
Well, because we've talked about Edward Furlong, because he was in the fucking remake of Night of the Demons. He was the druggy boyfriend. But he's also the little brother in American History X, and he's also fucking John Connor in Terminator 2.
We did talk about this.
Yeah.
But you know what he's not? Baby Gage from Pet Sematary.
Jesus Christ! I'm the way you talk about Baby Gage. I'm starting to think Pet Sematary is your second favorite.
No, it's literally just Baby Gage. I don't give a shit about the rest of the fucking movie.
And now I feel like we're Young Kings Wrestling because we plugged socials a while ago and we're still here talking. So, for Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe, I am the patron saint of podcast and Warden Matt Ritter. This has been. Actually, no. You have gotten off.